Black Hills TV here in Belle Fourche with their head football coach, Belle Fourche High School, Scott Slotten. And Scott, great football season going in your first game. Tell us about that. You lost in overtime.
Yeah, it was a tough game for our boys and us coaches, being up 35-14 at halftime, and kind of got things rolling right at the end of the second quarter, scoring 2 quick touchdowns right before half. Thought we had the momentum going in, and then we had some momentum killing plays in the second half. We got to stop right to start the second half and driving the field a little bit, and then we had a fumble that they recovered, and they marched the field and scored on, and then we had a few, bad snaps, false starts here and there that killed drives, and our offense wasn't struggling to move the ball, and our defense was getting them to third, fourth down, and they just, that Vermilion team was very resilient, and they made a lot of big plays on third and fourth down to keep their drives moving, and kept our defense on the field. And I think our defense got a little worn out. It was we had 98 plays of defense versus 58 plays of offense, and a lot of our players play both ways, but it's just tough when you're on one side of the ball and they're getting that change of possession and stuff, and they're getting 10, 12 play drives, and it wears on you. And we had a few guys cramping. Few guys just tired. We were trying to rotate as much as possible, but we're not a deep team this year, so there's only so much we can rotate. And in the end, got to overtime, scored a touchdown in overtime, then missed the PAT. And we talk about special teams can win or lose a game, and it turned out this time the special teams lost the game.
Who were some of your leaders in that game against Vermilion?
We had Colby Nowajewski at quarterback. He threw for 236 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he played a fair amount in the beginning of last year as a backup quarterback, but stepping up in his first year as a true starter, he really stepped up and made a lot of plays with his feet and his arm. I think he had another 48 yards rushing, and he was under constant pressure all night. He moved around in the pocket and made some big plays with his arm and his legs, and that was great. We had Jackson Tyndall at receiver. He had 4 receptions for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also had an interception on defense, and I think he was in on about 8 tackles. So that was a great performance. And then Kelby Olson had running back, receiver, linebacker. He had 89 yards rushing, 86 yards receiving, a touchdown in each of them, or 2 rushing touchdowns, one receiving touchdown, so 3 total touchdowns, and I think he had 14 tackles on defense, which is huge. And Kelby's our leading returning tackler from last year, and we knew that he was our stud. So, it was great to have our 3 senior captains step up and have great games.
Your next game for the 2019 season is September 6th. And tell us who you play and what are you doing in practice to get ready?
We play the Douglas Patriots, a Box Elder. They're a solid team. They're a young team, Coach Magic, but Coach Magic does a great job with them down there, making sure that they're always solid tacklers. They're always aggressive on offense and defense. They've been running similar offense that we've seen the last 6 years, but they always get the guys to keep on running their offense, and they run a lot of counter and outside runs that you stop them once, you stop them twice, and then the running back leaks through because they get a good trap blocker, they get a good pull around. He leaks through, and when their running backs leak through, they're fast and they're strong, and they hit the hole hard. And we've had experience in the past where we get them to 3rd and 6, and they run their counter on us, and then the running back takes it 60 yards for a touchdown. So we're really focusing on preparing for that counter, following their pullers, making sure that our boys are ready defensively to do whatever they can throw at us offensively. But and on the offensive side of the ball, we got to show up our pass blocking. Our pass blocking wasn't very good last week, so we've been working on our pass blocking, working on our the protection, and letting our quarterback sit in the pocket and read the defense and make the right reads. And then I'm confident that running the ball or throwing the ball, that our offense can get the ball moving and hopefully rack up some yards and some points, and then we come out of there with the W.
Who are your kickers on special teams?
Our kicker is Jackson Tyndall, the receiver, and then Kelby Olson is our punter.
Okay. Well, good luck in the next game, and thanks for joining us on Black Hills TV.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Black Hills TV here in Belle Fourche with Belle Fourche High School quarterback Colby Nowajewski. And Colby, first of all, tell us, how long have you been playing football?
Ever since I was a little kid. So 1st grade I was playing in my backyard, but 3rd grade is when I started playing football. So.
Okay. What are some of the positions you played over the years?
I've played
about everything.
Yeah, quarterback, safety, corner, wide receiver for a little bit.
Play some other sports too?
Yep, basketball and track.
Okay, yeah. And tell us about the football season. You opened your first game against Vermilion, and tell us a little bit about, from your perspective as a quarterback, about that football game.
Well, first half we really killed them, and then, well, I don't know what happened. We kind of just lost focus, I think, and that's how it went. And
you had a lot of yards passing. What kind of offense you run?
I think it's fairly balanced. We threw a little bit more in the first half, I think, but it's still fairly balanced, 50-50, where we run and pass the ball. So.
Who's your running back? You run a couple running backs?
Yep, we have Kelby Olson and Brexton Garza.
Okay. Who's your top receiver?
Top receiver right now is Jackson Tyndall.
Okay. Well, hey, thanks for joining us on Black Hills TV. And we'll, by the way, that next game, September 6th, tomorrow. Tell us what you're doing to get ready for that one.
We're just staying focused, doing the little things right in practice, and getting ready for the game.
Well, good luck, Colby.
All right, thank you.
Black Hills TV here at Belle Fourche High School with Michael Streeter. And Michael, tell us what positions you play on the team.
I'm the starting center, and I play D-line.
So you play both ways. You're down there with the tough guys, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you pretty much push anybody around?
Most of the time, sir.
Okay. All right. How long have you been playing football?
Oh, it's about 5-6 years now. Been playing quite a while.
Tell us about your role in that Vermilion game. Was it pretty tough down there in the trenches, especially in the second half?
It was. I had some missed snaps that cost us the game, but they're bigger guys, just had to fight hard.
And what you been working on in practice?
Getting my snaps down and keep my feet moving, getting my hands in there.
Yep. And the next game?
We go to Douglas, and we plan on winning.
What do you know about them? What do you know about the guys you're going to be facing on the line? Anything?
Bigger than me, bigger than most of our guys.
That won't bother you, will it?
Nope, not at all.
Okay. All right, well, thanks for joining us on Black Hills TV.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.